What's going on, guys? I'm Magic6985, and today I've got a black and white OU battle. And this is the team that I used in the last video, only this was when I was still very deep in the testing phase of this team. So I have a Deoxys defense and a Landorus on instead of Rotom and Fortress. So I do lead off with my Deoxys defense as he leads off with Gengar, and I'm just going to set up Rocks and Nightshade to break the sub as he Shadow Balls and it's a 2-hit KO. So he's going to Shadow Ball on this turn and it is going to take me out. So he's already up 6-0, but oh well. I'll come back. So I go into my Landers and I go for the U-turn, and that just, it's not a lot. No. Well, I go into Gliscor hoping to Shadow Ball. I mean, not Shadow Ball. He's going to Shadow Ball. I'm hoping to set up a Swords Dance and maybe retaliate with an Ice Fang, but I take this Shadow Ball horribly, and he gets the special defense drop. And I could have protected just to get some HP back, but oh well. Hindsight's 2020. So I go into Porygon 2, and I'm going to predicting the Shadow Ball. Right here, I'm just going to recover to scout how much the Focus Blast would do. And I believe he gets min damage on, because later he gets more damage with the Focus Blast. But he disables my recover, and then after that I'm going to switch out into my Gengar, predicting his Focus Blast. Okay. I always miss it. But now I'm going to go back out into my Porygon 2, predicting the Shadow Ball. And if you couldn't tell, I had a Gengar also instead of Jellicent. And yeah, I predicted him to predict me to go out into Gengar and for him to go for Shadow Ball. So that's why I stay in T-Bolt. But he either predicted that or just went for the Focus Blast, wanting to take out my P2. So now I'm going to go into my Gengar, predicting the Focus Blast, and I hope to win the speed tie, but I don't. So that is a dead Gengar, so he's up 6-4 now. But I bring in Volcarona, and as you could see from the last video, this thing is a beast when it gets set up. But when you don't set it up, it does absolutely nothing. And that's kind of what happens in this battle. So I do get the special attack raise off the Fiery Dance, and I'm just going to rest because this is Resto Chesto, because that is my favorite Volcarona set. And I'm going to start setting up Quiver Dances as he sets up a substitute. So I get +1 and +2 special attack, and then I'm going to go for another one as he disables. And then I'm just going to a Bug Buzz, and then I'm going to break the sub, and then I'm going to go for another Bug Buzz. And that is going to take out this pain in the ass. So, as you can see, he goes for Shadow Ball, it does nothing. So I just go for Bug Buzz to take it out, and after this he goes into his Rhyperior. And I calced it and it wouldn't do that much, the Fiery Dance, but I stayed in and went for it anyway, because I calced it for a specially defensive one, and I didn't expect him to be specially defensive, but he goes for Stone Edge and takes me out, and I have KO'd Rhyperior at that range with the same special attack I was at, so he was obviously running a specially defensive code. And this Landorus has the Focus Blast, and that helps me out, because he brings in a Metagross with an air balloon, and I'm glad that it didn't have Earthquake right there. So now I can go into my Gliscor, and I should have protected, but whatever, to see if he had the Ice Punch, but I live it and I take him out with an Earthquake, because Gliscor is that bulky. So, that is a dead Metagross. And what does he go? He goes into Suicune. That's right. So I'm going to protect to scout the Ice Beam, and he does have it. So I get some HP back, and I'm going to switch out into my Porygon 2 because it is a beast of a wall. It really doesn't die, usually. But he goes for Ice Beam. It does jack diddly squat to this thing because it is a beast. And I'm going to recover as he sets up a Calm Mind, and I was fearing for my life that he was a Crocoon right here. But he is not one. So he just keeps Calm Minding as I'm going to Toxic him. And since I traced his pressure, I can also pressure stall him. And in combination with my bulkiness and him being toxic and me tracing his pressure, this thing is going to die eventually. But I could have sped it up, but I didn't because I didn't feel like doing it. So he doesn't get a burn on any of these Scalds, and that one almost took me out. But Porygon 2 is a beast, so it didn't. And Toxic up, and I believe I'm just going to recover as much as possible. So I am at a lot of HP because I've lost a lot of this team's sweepers, but Gliscor can still set up and sweep, and I still have a Choice Scarf Landorus, which can do a dent to his T-Tar and Rhyperior. And I believe on the next turn, Toxic is going to take him out. Yep. So, as long as I can keep this P2 alive and my other pokes, I should be good. And this P2 doesn't look like it's going to die anytime soon. And Toxic is going to take out this big-ass threat. So, he is going to go into his Celebi, and he is going to set up a nasty plot, and I was, again, fearing for my life, because a nasty plot Celebi is going to do a hell of a lot. But I go for Ice Beam, and I get the freeze, because Porygon 2 is that beastly. That's right. And I go for another Ice Beam, and even if he did take this out, I think my Landorus could have really KO'd with U-turn. But out into his Tyranitar as I go for Ice Beam, and wait for it, I get another freeze. But that one really didn't matter because he has Fire Punch and he can thaw himself out. And that Fire Punch does nothing to me as I Ice Beam again, predicting him not to have Fire Punch or something. I don't know. I couldn't really call that a prediction, but he misses a Stone Edge, and I Toxic him, and then he's going to miss another Stone Edge because Porygon 2 is like such a beast. And I don't have a glass of water, which is why I keep swallowing. And yeah, he finally hits a Stone Edge and it does nothing. And really, Porygon 2 can just really stall out the rest of the team if I really want to. But he is going to run, spoilers, as I just recover and his Tyranitar is almost dead. So that will be the game as he is going to run soon. And I hope you guys enjoyed this battle. Rate, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you later. Peace out.